I'm now joined by Gael TD for Carlow Kilkenny, Catherine Callaghan. Catherine, Happy New Year. The last time we spoke to you was back on the 18th of December. I think it was in the new Dála legal thing that we were elected there back on the 1st of December. How are you settling in?
I am settling in very well, thanks, Paul. I have to say, yeah, it is a bit of a baptism of fire for certain when you arrive up to the hallowed halls of Dála and Leinster House. But there's great support system here, I have to say. In particular, the Fine Gael party have been wonderful at giving me, or helping me to build a solid foundation, and I have my own office here in Leinster House, which is really beneficial. I will say when we came back after Christmas, and Happy New Year to yourselves as well and to your followers. When we came back after Christmas and then the first Dáil sitting, oh my goodness, I have never experienced anything like it. But I was on the TV then that night then, I suppose speaking about the events that unfolded then, and I suppose it's just we've been moving on now. I feel like we're getting into the rhythm of what being in government is all about. Yesterday then we had our first day where there was no interruptions in Dáil business, and we had questions for the Teachta, or the Taoiseach, I beg your pardon, leaders' questions. We'll have leaders' questions with the Teachta today. So I feel now like we're getting properly into the actual, the really nuts and bolts of getting work done at the national level. So I think that I'm very, very much looking forward to just pushing on from here now and representing the people of Carlow Kilkenny.
And you've opened a new office in Carlow. Well, I put there's a big lot of work involved in that, like finding an office, getting staff, putting in all the systems that you need to invest, but you're ready to go there.
Oh yeah, no, and Paul, I'm glad that you asked me that, because that was actually one of the biggest challenges, to try and find the correct and best members for my team, and then to try and find a space that was reflective of the work that we want to do, and to make sure that it was accessible and visible in Carlow. So yes, I'm very happy to announce that our new office is in the former Bramley's Jewellers on Dublin Street in Carlow. So it's 62 to 64 Dublin Street. Now it's in the process of being, I wouldn't say renovated necessarily, but anyway, there's some internal alterations being done at the moment. So I would definitely say that by the first of March, that will be fully operational there. But I have two members of my team now working with me, Maeve and Richard, and yeah, so they're working from home and helping me out. But it's all great. It's all super now, I have to say.
Yeah, it's a lot of work involved, and you hope to be in your office as much as you can to read constituents, because that's really how you learn what are the issues on ground and bring them back to the Leinster House to deliver on those issues as well.
Absolutely, Paul. And what I will say is I have a great relationship with the county councillors in Carlow and in Kilkenny as well. So I think while I will be in the office, I have to be here in Leinster House on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, but I will always have somebody in the office, and I'm doing constituency work and clinics then as well in Carlow and Kilkenny on Mondays and Fridays. So that's my plan. Yeah, because it's really, really, really important. Oh, motion. It's really, really important that I am recognised for what I am, TD for Carlow and Kilkenny, and I want to ensure that the people of Carlow and Kilkenny know where I am, know that I'm contactable. They can pick up the phone and ring me anytime. In actual fact, I find that that's happening a lot now, that people are picking up the phone and calling me, and I do my absolute best to get back to them. And just to reflect on what I said about how helpful the Fine Gael party is, I had a call last night from a constituent and said about 9:30, and I was able to speak to the Taoiseach and his advisors to help me with that. Immediately they got on the case, and I had an answer, and they've called and solicited them back at a reasonable hour this morning. Now I didn't call them back until just after 9. It's not that I didn't ring them at 7 a.m. But that's the level of interaction that we have in our Fine Gael party, and how valuable it is to have a TD in Leinster House from your area, because I have direct access to ministers and the Taoiseach, and you have to say, Yesterday I spoke to the minister with responsibility for sport, Carlow
Okay.
Kilkenny, because the club in Carlow had asked me if there was going to be any funding available for any clubs that suffered damage as a result of the storm. So they were going that time to discuss it in a meeting, and I've made sure that they'll get back to me as soon as possible about that as well.
Absolutely, and the storm Ewan,
Yeah.
I think, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's caused a lot of devastation across the country. Carlow Kilkenny, thankfully, wasn't as bad as other parts of the country, but there are a lot of people who are literally around in Galway and up around Monaghan. They had a really difficult time, so I hope the government really let up. But the border, still without power.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we had a very positive parliamentary party meeting on that as well yesterday, and there was an awful lot of reporting. Last week we even had the ESB in to address the parliamentary party and answer the questions that we had. And we really are absolutely steadfast in ensuring that we learn from what happened here. Like, it's absolutely unbelievable to think that there are, even I heard my colleague Micheál Carrigy from Longford TD, he spoke with the Dála today about he was contacted by a 95-year-old woman yesterday who's without power in Longford. And it's not, it's an awful situation to be in. We absolutely accept that it was an unprecedented storm, but we need to ensure now that going forward, the corridors that we create for electricity supply lines, that they are not going to be adversely affected should we have another storm like it, that there's not any trees near them, and all of that stuff needs to be cleared. So certainly I know that there will be a big reflection on what happened, and to ensure that should something like this ever happen again, a storm of this magnitude ever happen again, that we're properly prepared. And I think the rollout of generators is essential part of that, like in community spaces, like even maybe in GA folks. We've seen how the GA stepped in, and I absolutely must commend all of our defence forces who were involved in that, and this recent storm, the snow as well at the beginning of the month, at the beginning of January, but also farmers. They were absolutely tremendous. They don't even wait to be asked. They just get stuck in. That's part of the culture and part of our tradition as well, of helping out our neighbours in rural Ireland. So while yes, lessons most definitely have to be learned and people need to be supported, it also shone a light on the good community spirit that is still alive and well, I'm happy to say, across Ireland.
I mentioned the defence force. There were former members of the Irish Air Force. The defence force is a very, very important. So the view, you uploaded a little bit, for plenty, like Harry, the foreign affairs debate and defence, we've been a Gael, we've shown the defence portfolio now. What would you be hoping to see over the review for our defence force?
Well, I'd like to see, and I have seen already in the programme of government, much more talking about the positive experience of the defence forces, what the members of our defence forces bring and contribute to our country. I'd like to see the Fee directive. I would like to see that enacted. And I'm currently then reaching out to RACO and Pora and our Reserve Defence Forces associations as well, and to have a conversation and to ask them, because I can stand here and say, I'd like to see A, B, and C happen for our defence forces, but really what matters is what the people on the ground, what the people who are involved in our defence forces, they see it firsthand, they see it from the inside. And I suppose I'll say that I am here in Leinster House as a TD for Carlow Kilkenny, but with an absolute very, very keen interest in our defence forces, and I am more than willing, and actually I will actively seek out to represent them. So anybody that's listening to this, that's a member of the defence forces, that would like to hear their views or see their views represented, please reach out to me. I have too. It's not a strong word for it. I am really passionate about ensuring that with people and men and women of our defence forces get the proper recognition that they deserve for the tremendous work and service and commitment and dedication that they give to this.
Like anything, you put the people there from the defence force, right? There be some parents trying to answer the first things like work. Think or and go wrong. But Captain Callaghan, thanks really to take the time to chat to steer up the Irish on the Irish around and
Yeah.
all of it.
Man, well, that's good. Yeah.
That's hard.